I am one with my glorious I Am presence and Holy Christ Self. My personalities, body elemental, and new spirit. All parts of my being are in balance, harmony, and alignment. And my aura is fully contained within Metatron's cosmic egg. I am now ready for today's message. Greetings, beloveds. What wonders await you as you prepare yourselves to go beyond the veil of the illusion behind which you have been entrapped for this incarnation and most of your incarnations? Although you may have been granted temporary access to the other side, just to reassure yourselves that it was truly there, the time is soon coming when the veil will be drawn back forever, and you will never again have to remain in the darkness of the illusions of the ego world. This will be a wondrous day for each and every one of you. It is a day when the value of all of the spiritual work that you have done will be perceived and known in its greatest truth. For the work you are doing is of great value, beloveds. But it is a value that is not appreciated in or by the material world consciousness. Many of your friends may look at you in wonder, amazement, and judgment that you choose to spend time in meditation, that you choose not to indulge in the current pastimes of the unawakened society. But the value of your work you will know when the veil is pulled aside forever. Then you will be so glad that you invested time, energy, and money in the pursuit of your own enlightenment. This is the task that I have asked you to do. This is the task that your very own I Am presence and divine self asks you to do. And so if you have joined this path, it is because your heart has heard the call to return home, to return to your true self. And you have decided that it is important enough to begin to invest in your own ascension. The more you invest, the greater the return. That is why I have always said, you need not wait for the moment where the veil is ripped aside for everyone in order to begin to live right here and now in the consciousness that you will have once you are on the other side of the veil. Those who are permanently on the other side of the veil see very clearly into your world, beloveds. Those who have had incarnations in physical forms understand exactly what you are going through, and they have no judgment whatsoever. But they are beckoning. They are calling you to come to them, to join them, to be one with them, so that your perception of the physical reality will change, so that you will have a new perspective, which is the perspective that you will have when you are permanently on the other side of the veil. Remember, there are many others on the other side of the veil who have never had a physical incarnation, and they cannot assist you in the same way that those who have had incarnations can assist you. Nevertheless, they have a valuable perspective and are firmly anchored in the divine qualities such as love, peace, joy. And so you can contact them in order to become one with those vibrations, because they hold those vibrations very solidly within them, without any mixture of any lesser vibration whatsoever. And they too are calling and beckoning you to join with them, so that you might be filled with the divine qualities right where you are now. There is no need to wait for anybody or anything in order to feel the divine qualities of love, peace, joy, certainty, trust, abundance. All of these are available to all of you right now, in this very moment. If you are not experiencing them right now, it is because you are still trapped in the ego mind. And you are the ones, beloveds, who must destroy the trap, as it were, who must realize that the trap itself is an illusion and is no more real than the ego mind itself. It is just one of the tricks that the ego mind puts forth in order to keep you stuck and trapped within it. So it is always your choice, beloveds, to see beyond the confines and limitations of the ego mind. You are beginning to sense the great, wondrous, and beautiful reality that awaits you on the other side of the veil. So think about that, beloveds. Dream about that. Dwell on those glorious thoughts of how life will be as soon as you have left behind forever the illusory world of the ego mind. This is where your heart is calling you to. This is where your divine mind is calling you to. and your divine mind will illuminate this world for you to behold, if you only choose to go there. In the book, The Seven Sacred Flames, by Aurelia Louise Jones, she gives wonderful meditations for visiting the etheric temples that exist all around and within your planet. They dwell permanently on the other side of the veil and are permanently available to you. Some of you will need to be accompanied by an ascended master or a highly evolved angelic being. For not anyone is permitted into these temples. You must have attained a certain degree of spiritual development to enter. And when an ascended master or an angelic being accompanies you, in a certain way, they guarantee your right to enter, and they are also responsible for what you do there. They will assist you if you are going for healing, to go to the proper area of the temple. If you are going to meet certain people, they will accompany you and introduce you to those people. Be assured that all activity within the etheric temples takes place within very stringent protocols or rules and regulations, if you prefer, as to what may take place within the temples and as to who may enter therein. This is done both for the protection of those who are in the temple and for the humans who wish to have access to them. If a human is not prepared for those energies, it can be very uncomfortable for them. And if a human comes in with very strong negative energies, it can disrupt the other activities that are taking place there. Nonetheless, I tell you about this so that those of you who feel a heart's call to enter these temples will do so. Ask for the guidance of your I Am Presence. Ask your I Am Presence to take you there. Or ask any of the Ascended Masters with whom you feel a great affinity. Be it Saint Germain, Lord Sananda, Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, Buddha. It matters not, beloveds. They are all fully capable of taking you to these temples. So do not hesitate to ask them, beloveds. And rest assured, when you are ready, they will do so. Although you can ask them at night before you go to bed, and enter these temples in the dream state, you will not receive the same benefits as you would if you do it in conscious meditation, and where you are consciously aware of your experience in the temple. That is why I recommend the 7 Sacred Flames book, because if you follow those meditations, you will be able to enter the etheric temples. Wondrous experiences await you, beloveds. Some of you may at last come into conscious contact with your ascended master guides. Those of you who have difficulty receiving conscious messages may find it much easier to receive the messages while you are in the temple. There are many more reasons for you to go to these temples, but I will let you discover them for yourselves, beloveds. I am simply pointing out the possibility so that if you so choose, you will undertake this mission for yourself. I thank you for listening to these videos. I love you, and I bless you always. I am Metatron.